Do you want to learn how to make a letter E with the right angle weave technique? Well, follow me after the jingle. Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial I will explain you how to make a letter E with the right angle weave technique, and the end result will be a cute pendant for a necklace, earrings or keychain or whatever you want. We will need for this project some roundel beads. I'm using 2 for 3 millimeters white roundel beads, some 15 seed beads. I'm using PF 557 by Toe, and some 11 seed beads of the same color. Then I'm using a size 12 needle and fireline thread. The size of the fireline is 0.15 millimeters. If you want a more stable letter, you can also try to use a monofilament thread, and you will be able to have a very solid letter. But monofilament thread is not so easy to manage, so for this project I want to use fireline thread. So these are the few materials we need to make our E letter with the right angle weave technique, and we have to make a stripe with the right angle weave technique made of 7 modules. So the first module with 4 roundel beads, and the other modules with 3 roundel beads. And the first thing we have to do is pick up 4 roundel beads and bring them at the end of the thread. Then pass through the first bead and close the work into a cross, a circle. Pass again through the 4 beads, and now we are ready to start our stripe. So pick up 3 roundel beads and pass through the same bead from which the thread exits, from the bottom to the top, in this way, and pull the thread. Then pass through the top roundel bead and the right bead, in this way, from top to the bottom, pull the thread and pick up again 3 roundel beads and pass through the same bead from the top to the bottom, in this way. Then pass through the lower bead and the right bead again from the bottom to the top, and now we have made 3 modules. So the thread exits always the right bead, and we have made 1, 2 and 3. We have to make 7 modules, so make 4 modules more and we'll see the final result. Here it is. This is the stripe we need to make our E letter. So you have to bring the thread exiting the right bead on top, like I show you in the video. So now we are ready to make the horizontal part of the E letter. So pick up 3 roundel beads and pass through the right roundel bead from the bottom to the top, in this way. Pull the thread and then pass through the top white bead and the right white bead, in this way. We have to make 2 more modules like this, so pick up 3 rondel beads and pass through the right bead from the top to the bottom and pull the thread again. Pass through the lower bead and the right bead from the bottom to the top. We have to make the last module, so pick up again 3 white beads and pass through the same bead from the bottom to the top. Pull the thread and pass again through the top bead and the side bead. Now we have to bring the thread exiting the fourth white rondel bead on the long side of the E. So we have to pass the thread through all the beads until you have reached this one. So pass the thread through all the beads and bring the thread exiting the fourth bead on the side of the E. So we are ready to make the middle part of the E, and we have the thread exiting the fourth bead on the left side. Pick up 3 rondel beads and pass through the fourth bead from the top to the bottom and pull the thread in this way. Then pass through the lower bead and the side bead. Pick up again 3 rondel beads and pass through the side bead from the bottom to the top and pull the thread again. Pass through the top bead and the side bead. As you can see, we have now an F, but we have to go on with work and build the bottom part of the E letter. So now we have to bring the thread exiting the last bead of the long side and pass the thread through all the beads until you reach this bead. So we have to bring the thread exiting the bottom bead on the right, this one. Now we are ready to make the last part of the E and pick up 3 rondel beads and pass through the side bead from the bottom to the top, because the thread exits from the bead on the top. So in this way, pull the thread, pass through the next rondel bead and through the side one. We have to make 2 more modules in this way, and then the structure of our E will be ready. As you can see, the E is finished, and now we have to pass the thread and the 11 beads through the empty spaces. So now we are ready to work with the 11 seed beads and pass through the empty spaces between a rondelle and the other one. As you can see from the A, we are going to fill each space with an 11. So we have to add an 11 seed bead in each empty space except the internal corners, and in a while I will show you which ones. So I'm going to start with my 11 in this way. Simply pick up an 11 and pass through the next white rondel bead, pick up another 11 and pass through the next rondel, pick up another 11 and go on in this way for the external perimeter of the E. Now we are going to add 1, 2, 3 11 in the internal part of the E, pass through the next rondel and then pass through the other one without adding any bead. So in this way. In the corners you have not to add any bead. In the next empty space I have added an 11 but you can also try with a 15 because I think it's much more appropriated, and it is smaller, so for the internal part of the E is better. Then in the other corner pass through the 2 rondel beads without adding any bead, and then go on with the 11 seed beads. Remember to skip the next corner, then add a 15 or an 11. You can try both solutions, and then skip the other corner in this way. Add 3 more beads, 1, 2, and 3, and we have finished our E. Now I have used fireline thread, so the work is quite soft. So I pass again the thread through all the sequence of beads to reinforce the work. And if you have used the monofilament thread, the work will be much more stronger. So at the end of the video I will show you how to make a small loop on the top part of the E, and you can use this E as a pendant or earring or keychain or whatever you want. And now I'm going to reinforce the work, and I will explain you how to make the loop. So bring the thread exiting the third bead of the top part of the E and pick up 5 15 seed beads and pass again through the same bead from the right to the left. Now I show you the process. Pick up 5 15 seed beads and pass through the same bead from the right to the left or from the bottom to the top in this way. Pull the thread and pass again through the loop to reinforce it. Then bring the thread until you reach the other edge of the thread and you can make some knots and the E is finished. So in a while I will show you the final result of our E made with the right angle weave technique. I hope this tutorial is clear, and sorry for my mistakes in English, but I'm Italian. I'm trying to do my best making my tutorial in English too, and I hope you appreciate the effort I put in my video tutorial in English on my English YouTube channel Natalia Savastano Beadwork. If you want to support my work, you can make a lot of things, such as share my video on social media, buy my patterns on my Etsy, nataliasavastanoart.etsy.com shop, or like and comment this video too. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will do my best to translate even the other letters that are available on my Italian YouTube channel Natalia Savastano Art, and there you will find the tutorial of the letters A, B, C, D. So then I will try to make a PDF too on my Etsy shop of the entire alphabet when it will be ready and finished. And I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.